Hello and welcome to our GUC News.
First with the headlines. GUC media design student becomes Egypt's youngest wildlife director. Former GUC teaching assistant secured second place in Falling Walls lab final. Google plans to launch new glass headset next year. German laser enthusiast recreates movie gadgets. Microsoft buys email app Accompli for more than $200 million. BBC Music Sound of 2015 long list revealed. Kuwait in talks with former Egypt coach Hassan Shahata. Madonna meets president of Malawi. First peek at new Star Wars sequel.
Now, the news in full. GUC media design student Shuru Ziftawi has become Egypt's youngest wildlife director as she produced a short documentary after spending a month living with lions in Ocean Campus Wildlife Reserve in South Africa. The short documentary entitled Tau was revolving around the life of one teenage lion Tau and his fight for dominance, as well as the complicated game of balance of the reserve must play in order to keep the peace. Ziftawi gets up close and personal with the animals, occasionally using just a 135mm lens, but the film nonetheless is a hugely immersive experience with stunning time lapses of the sub-Saharan landscape.
A former GUC teaching assistant and a current PhD student at the University of Alberta has secured second place in an international competition showcasing the next generation of outstanding innovators. Nermeen Youssef, who worked as a teaching assistant at the GUC for almost 4 years, is currently a fifth-year PhD candidate in the Department of Pharmacology and Research in Peter Light's lab in the Alberta Diabetes Institute. She was one of 3 U of A contestants who presented their innovative ideas at the Falling Walls lab final on November 8 in Berlin, part of an international conference held during the 25th anniversary celebration of the fall of the Berlin Wall. In her presentation entitled Breaking the Wall of Type 1 Diabetes, Youssef pitched her idea of using blue light to stimulate engineered fat cells to secrete insulin, an idea that could lead to needle-free management of type 1 diabetes.
So, while the U of A has made a huge stride with the Edmonton Protocol that enable type 1 diabetics to receive healthy insulin-producing cells in their bodies,
Google plans to launch a new model of its glass headset next year that will be powered by an Intel chip and will offer longer battery life than its predecessor, according to some reports. Google Glass has already introduced a few upgrades in order to add compatibility with prescription lenses and to increase the RAM. However, the shift to a new processor indicates a huge renovation of the entire device. Limited battery life and a large price tag have worked against the wearable device's widespread adoption so far. The report said that it's unclear which particular Intel chip will power the new Google Glass, but added that the device will probably have the low-power chip at the heart of Intel's makeup bracelet.
A German laser enthusiast uses movies for inspiration of tools that he invents. Patrick Priebe has already created an Iron Man-inspired missile launcher, X-Men-style laser eye gear, and a wrist-mounted web shooter that will make you feel like Spider-Man, among many other cool gadgets. Now he's gonna make a James Bond-style laser watch to match the device made by Q in the iconic movie Never Say Never Again. Considering it packs a punch, the gadget itself isn't that bulky. It features a LED watch module, a metal body, a carbon fiber face, and a homemade 1500 milliwatt laser. Priebe is a do-it-yourself supporter, so he made all of the components himself, including the tiny little brass button that activates the laser. Altogether, it took him around 40 to 50 hours to make the gadget, which cost him about $200 in materials.
Microsoft had just officially announced the acquisition of Accompli, which is a mobile email app startup. The Accompli team of around 2 dozen will be joining Microsoft as a part of more than $200 million deal. The deal, which was an all-cash deal, also includes Accompli's technology, which will be incorporated into Microsoft's own efforts. Interestingly, there are no plans to terminate support for competing email services in the Accompli app. As of now, the app supports Gmail, Google Apps, Exchange, iCloud, and Yahoo. At Microsoft, Accompli will work within the Office 365 organization. It would also function as an independent group building out email products for iOS and Android.
BBC revealed its prestigious music sound list of the year 2015. The list was put together by a panel of DJs, critics, and broadcasters, and it includes 15 acts with potential. The list includes rock act Wolf Alice and songwriter Stormzy. Previous lists included Adele, 50 Cent, Jessie J, and Sam Smith.
The Kuwaiti Football Association has officially asked Egypt's former coach Hassan Shahata to become their national team boss, succeeding Portugal's Jovan Vieira. The 65-year-old tactician has only spent weeks at the Egyptian Arab Contractors Club after he broke his contract with Moroccan side Difa Jadidi. Shahata previously coached Arab Contractors in 2003, a turning point in his coaching career, guiding them to win both the Egypt Cup and Super Cup in 2003-2004 season when they were still a second division side.
The Queen of Pop Madonna has met Malawi's new president, Peter Mutharika, who praised her charity work in his country, especially with orphans. Madonna has adopted 2 children, Mercy James and David Banda from Malawi, which officially has more than 1 million orphans and helpless children.
The official trailer of Star Wars Episode 7 The Force Awakens has been released and well received by fans. The movie is set for release in 2015, and it's a continuation of the saga created by George Lucas in the 1970s.
This is the end of our GUC news. Stay tuned on our GUC TV.